Hello, this is Pomona Remembers, and this is Saturday Nights All Right for Talking. And I want to say thank you for those of you who leave messages for me. You don't know how much it means in a day sometimes. It really, truly is a sweet kindness that I get when I get a loving message from one of the subscribers. So I want to just extend gratitude to all of you who take the time to comment on my work. I appreciate it very much, and I appreciate you for giving me some of your time. And I hope that you find value in what I have to offer. Sometimes I feel like I don't have anything to offer, and I feel helpless. Isn't that amazing how our lives, day to day, is a new day, and you open up your eyes and it could be just this amazing day full of fun and friendship and beautiful food and merriment, and then you can get a message from somebody in your family letting you know some really serious and sobering news, and it can create a little emotional loop-de-loop. And that's what I've been feeling today. I legitimately recorded 35 minutes of all of my feelings poured out, and I just listened to it, and I felt unhappy with the way it wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I wanted to put out into the world. So I let it go. But I got to really, really dive in deep to how I was really feeling about a lot of different things. And life is weird. And life is funny. And life is everything. Life is all the things. I made this declaration in my heart about somebody special who I haven't seen in a long, long time, and I kind of missed, if we're honest. I miss her. I miss her, if I'm honest. I do. She married into the family like me. This difficult road that my husband's family was on. And, you know, there was a lot of emotional shrapnel sometimes. And sometimes innocent people got hurt. And I, you know, I feel sadness about it sometimes, but at the same time, I know that I was just really spending a lot of time just doing my best to take care of the family that I had in front of me, that I had created. And there was really no animosity or ill will or anything like that going on. Um, but I hate the word but. There was no animosity going on. And I wish things were healthier and more loving. I wanted that for my family, you know. We all have this going on. I'm not alone. Life is life is tricky, and aren't we all just trying to walk each other home, right? So, I was feeling some big feelings about the news, and I had tears. I had tears falling from my eyes, and I just decided that instead of stifling or anything like that, I just wanted to really sit in the truth of my feelings about this person who I kind of love them. I'm not going to lie. They've been an amazing addition to my family, and um, an inspiration most every time, an inspiration. So um, yeah. So I wanted to reach out and create a connection if we could. And I was in my little fancy dirt hole meditating and talking to my, you know, to the other side, to the angels and guides, and just asking for healing and love, mostly healing. And I kind of got a little bit frustrated, I'm going to say, because for all these years I had been trying to get on the same page with some people in my family, and we were just never gonna get there. I don't think it is the thing, but that doesn't mean that I don't have an understanding of the energetic role that they um, played in my life and in my relationship with my husband and my children. And there's really not I don't have a lot of ill will, because I look at this as a play. I look at it as these are my soulmates in this world, and we decided to come in and experience life together. And, you know, this person's going to be my husband, and this person's going to be my mom, and this person's going to be my child, and I'm going to be this person's child, and I'm going to be this person's sister. You know, we all take our roles and we play the game of life, and we get battered and bruised, and we keep trying to make the best of it, I think. And so as I was praying, my spirit guides were saying, hey, go check out their Instagram. So eventually I got there. And I was drawn to the more information sort of portion of it. I didn't scroll through very many pictures or anything. I was sort of a little bit on a fact-finding mission and gathering information for myself. So I found their Instagram and I found that they have a YouTube. And I am far more comfortable in the YouTube bubble than I am in the Instagram bubble. And so I found that to be extremely exciting for myself to be able to see what they've been up to. Because I know they're an artist. They're artists. They're She's a dancer and an artist and a writer and a creative soul. And I'm a creative soul. And sometimes creative souls get kind of made fun of for having feelings and whatever. And, you know, she was always just, she could see me. She's like, I can see you. And I felt seen by her. And so really cool thing is I go and I find her YouTube page and she's doing these like podcasts. And there's stories that she's written. I'm sure she's written these stories because I remember her writing. And so she's found this new artistic form of the, spoken word and her voice in podcast form. And so I listened to one of her stories. I just grabbed the first one I could grab, and it was like a fairy tale. It was a beautiful story, gorgeous. But the real magic for me, the biggest magic for me, was being able to hear her voice again. That magical sound, that tone, that creative, soft voice, loving voice, tender voice. And it just filled me with love and joy to hear her voice again. And I listened carefully, and she used some words that I laughed because I use those same words to describe certain things in my world, and she was describing things in this story, right? Painting pictures with words, reaching out with a audible message in a bottle of hope and love. I fell in love with her because she's a healer. She sees beauty in the broken. And she encourages me. She's another encouraging woman in my life. She encourages me to be myself. And to be creative. One of my favorite moments with her was we were visiting their house, and she was cooking in the kitchen for us, and I was taking care of the children and trying to keep them safe and out of danger, and visiting with Grandpa, and doing the family thing. And my mother-in-law was cooking dinner for us. and I could sense her nervousness. She was fumbling things, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's not as calm and collected as she normally is. I wonder what's going on. And I was not sure if I could help, or because I'm not clear with the kitchen. It was my first, like I don't go through people's cupboards when I go visit them. It's not normally. So I felt a little bit helpless. But I just sort of was trying to make like conversation, and I finally said, I feel like you're not quite yourself, or something along this line. I'm paraphrasing because this was a long time ago, but it was like I just noticed that you're not really yourself right now, and I'm just wondering if everything's okay. And and she said, well, honestly, I feel really nervous cooking for you because you're such an amazing cook. And I just felt so, I don't know how to explain it to you. Um, I guess I'm going to just say amazed, because I've never had an older woman say something like that to me before. To tip and say, you're really good at this, and I feel nervous that I'm not going to do a good job. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry you feel this way. Because honestly, I am so grateful for the opportunity to not have to cook for a change, because I feel like that's all I do all the time. So this is a gift for me, and I appreciate it. And it doesn't matter how it tastes, it matters that you're cooking for me right now. And I just appreciate it. And after that, her energy softened, and she got a lot calmer, and she just sort of relaxed in. And honestly, she made a beautiful dinner. And I remember it because it was the very first time I ever had quinoa. And she did a beautiful job, and I haven't liked it the same way since. So, you know, all perspective, right? We see each other with kaleidoscope eyes, right? It's hard to always know what the other is thinking or feeling, or, what's gone on in their lives to have them perceive the world in the way that they perceive the world. And I think that's why gentleness is so valuable, because it's so disarming. I think that's why art is so powerful, because it's disarming. And to the people in my world, like my mother-in-law, like my auntie, like my mom, my teachers, my husband, my dad, my sister, my children, and my friends, I am so grateful for every moment of kindness and support you've ever shown to me, or people like me. to anyone, who's not feeling quite it at the moment, to have that honest moment between souls saying, like, I feel inadequate right now, or I feel bad about myself right now, or I'm doubting myself right now. She showed me beautiful humility and love, and that was a beautiful moment. That was a beautiful moment, and I'm grateful for it. Time, time. So I would love for us to remember again those people in our lives who may not have had a lot of time in, but they did have big impact. I would love it if you would take a moment to think about those people and just send love to them. Love and healing, and give gratitude to Source for bringing you that beautiful light for that moment, for whatever it is. And I'm feeling a lot of heaviness in the world right now, and if you're having a hard time right now, pal, I feel ya. My eye is swollen right now. I feel like I have a blocked tear duct right now. So I've been taking care of that, but it's been painful. And I'm wondering today if the crying helped or if it hurt. The thing, I'm feeling a little bit Rocky Balboa-ish right now. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything, guys. I'm feeling a little, I mean, of course, I'm exaggerating. It's tiny, it's not that bad, but there is swelling, and I'm a delicate eyed person. Like, I get, my eyes get sore, and I turn into a baby about it mostly. So thank you for tuning in with me, and maybe one day I'll get my mother-in-law on this podcast with me. It seems like she really loves to share stories, and maybe we could collaborate together and make something beautiful together. That would be really fun. So until that time, I'm gonna continue chopping my wood and carrying my water and sending out love and good intentions. Remember to take care of yourself, and then take care of those directly around you and work out from there if you can. And some days are going to be good. And some days are not going to be so good, but it's okay. Momentum, moving forward. Or even the intention of it some days. I think this might be one of those days for me. But I'm going to go study now. I'm taking responsibility for my commitments and behaviors, and I'm going to go study now. I also just wanted to make sure that I got my thoughts out and recorded so that I would be able to have a little bit of a heart-to-heart with my Anam Cara. And so here we are. And I'm sending you so much love for your day. Ta-ra.